Hey everyone, this is Drea from Little Bites of Joy. I'm doing something a little different today, which is out of my comfort zone. If there's not a recipe in front of me, I'm usually kind of shy talking in front of a camera, so this is sort of big. This is day 25 of a green juice fast that I'm on right now, and I wanted to share my experience with you in hopes that maybe it can help some of you, and also give you a little bit of background information, because I usually don't share this stuff about myself with just, anyone on YouTube. I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it is connected to insulin resistance. One side of my family does have diabetes, so it's sort of genetic for me, but it's also come from, in my 20s, I'm sure I abused the French fries and the Cokes and all sorts of sugary treats. So I'm kind of paying a debt right now. Insulin resistance is sort of the precursor to diabetes, so I just wanted to kind of get a handle on it. I've actually been doing really, really well. Since my meat eating days, I used to eat meat and cheese and all sorts of things, and then turned vegetarian, then turned vegan, and then doing sort of a more high raw lifestyle. Along the way, a lot of things have improved. My cycle has regulated, my hormones have started to balance. I've lost a lot of weight already, but I've read from many different resources and studies have shown that intermittent fasting actually helps cells better accept sugar. So for those of you who don't know what insulin resistance is, due to, I guess, a lot of abuse with sugar, and sugar comes in all forms. It even comes in whole wheat bread. It comes in potatoes. It comes in sweet potatoes. And some people are just more sensitive than others. The other side of my family, they can eat starches and they're totally fine. So based on genetics and also history, someone's cells become resistant to insulin. So therefore, the pancreas kind of shoots out more insulin in order to get the sugar into the cells. The cells still don't really want to take it in. And so the reserve of sugar in the blood becomes fat. And then you're hungry pretty much soon after that, because again, your cells have not been fed the sugar from a carrot or an apple or even, healthier things. I'm lucky that my insulin resistance is sort of milder than other people. I wake up with a relatively normal blood sugar. However, I do have signs that certain foods really trigger me, and they're surprising foods. I think I started this fast because I had a red pepper in a meal, which was really healthy, and my sugar shot up to about 105. I've been testing myself. This is my little blood glucose meter, which after this experience, I really think everybody should sort of test themselves, because you never really know how a food affects you. You can say, okay, yes, a sweet potato is really healthy for you. It's so much better than a white potato, which is true. But unless you get blood work done, unless you do this on your own and sort of isolate foods and see how they affect your blood sugar and see the pattern of the graph, you really don't know what's going on inside. So I've learned a lot from this. But anyway, to go back, I had a meal with the red pepper, which was a very healthy meal, and my blood sugar shot up to 105. It's really not that bad. I'm trying to stay under 110, and 105 is considered perfectly normal after eating something. However, I had the same exact meal a couple of days later with the green pepper, and my sugar was totally regular 89. So I thought, are you kidding? I'm eating a red pepper. It's one of the healthiest foods on earth. I'm not eating the raw junk food like all those cakes with so much, just raw sweeteners, or even the vegan sweets. I'm not doing any of those that are filled with maple syrup and honey and all well, that's not vegan, but all those sugars, I'm not even having that. I was just testing a red pepper. So I'm obviously very, very sensitive, and I just have to watch my blood sugar. So this experience of testing myself has been really great. But now on to day 25. Because of the intermittent fasting, I wanted to give it a shot to see if I can sort of rectify what's been done to my cells and get them to be less resistant to insulin, so that the blood sugar regulation in my body acts as normal. When I first started juicing years ago, I think I maybe got to about 5 days, and I had all these detox symptoms and headaches and nausea, and I felt exhausted. I did not feel good, and I realized that I was doing it the wrong way, because I was just having about 4 glasses of juice, and a lot of them also had fruit like red apples or beets and carrots and whatnot. So now I drink 4 quarts of green juice. I'll give you the recipe as well as talk to you about how I create these every morning. So this time around I had no detox symptoms, which was really strange. I was sort of skeptical. I wondered if I was doing it wrong because I had no headache, I had no nausea, I had a little fatigue here and there. I think a lot of it is actually due to maybe, waking up too early or going to bed too late. But really the only difference between me and the rest of the world right now is, I get hungry and I drink juice, and you get hungry and you eat food. But apart from that, I'm getting tons of vitamins and minerals and a lot of water. And I started out wishing for 10 days, and 10 days became 20 days. And at day 21, I thought, well, I'm so close to 30, I might as well just go. So we'll see what happens from this if I decide to even go longer. And I wanted to just sort of give a shout out to 3 of my really good friends who have helped me along this process. Many of them have done 50 days or 60 days and have had tremendous, success on their own with detox. So it's Sharon, Leila, and Abby, and I will post their websites and their YouTubes down below, so you can kind of check out to see what they're doing. But a few things have happened. A lot of good things have happened. I've lost about 20 pounds. I'm not really looking at the scale that much. I just kind of see how I feel in my clothes. I'm not sure if you can see my hand, but right around here, it was pretty gross. It was kind of a red oozing eczema, which is totally gross. I'm sorry. But it turns out that it's gone, which is amazing. You can see a little white here because I was resting on my hand on the chair. It is not food related for me. It's only seasonally. It's only in the winter. And I see that the worst of it happens when I'm in the car and I'm holding my hands on the steering wheel and there's hot air kind of blowing on my hands. And I get out of the car and I look like I have 110-year-old hands. Another thing that's helped it was also moving the humidifier basically to wherever I am. So in the bedroom and in the studio and wherever. And my husband has been doing that for me, which is great. But it's been kind of amazing because in the wintertime, there's not really ever a time when I don't have eczema on my hands. Also from washing dishes a lot, just cooking and whatnot. And I don't like the gloves, I'm not a fan of the gloves. So that's healed, which has been great. Again, it's been really easy. I spend about 30 to 40 minutes in the morning making a juice, and that's basically the juice for my whole day. And what I do is I have 4 of these 4 quarts, and I fill them about 3/4 of the way with, not even, about 2/3 of the way with green juice. And then I fill the rest with water so that the intake of sugar, even though there's very little sugar, is also a little bit slower versus just drinking straight juice. And I drink it really slowly. Sometimes I might even divide the quart into 3 servings and just have 1 every hour. And the green juice, I will go into this a little bit more in the next video, which will be on day 30. I'll kind of explain all the different lifestyle things that I've changed in order to help me detox better. But the green juice really is, the base is cucumbers and celery, zucchini, kale, parsley, lemon, green apple. I do include 3 very small green apples, just and it's they're very low glycemic compared to, say, the carrots and cantaloupe and oranges and red apples and whatever else other people are juicing. I've juiced ginger, sometimes turmeric root. I've kind of gone on and off on the turmeric root. And I will also post a link to the recipe down below so you can check it out. And during the day I'll have tea and I'll have lots of water. And it's been just great. My clothes fit better. I have a lot of clarity in my mind. The best part is that, again, since it's really little prep, I get to do other things that I really love to do, which is maybe write some recipes or, cook for my family. I've gotten more creative in the kitchen. Sort of invited, more clients in. I've took a little bit of a break just to kind of take care of my health in that department. Enjoyed the beautiful sunshine. gone shopping for some house things, sort of on my bucket list of things that I really didn't get a chance to do because I was cooking all the time, for myself. The other most amazing thing, which kind of helped me decide to keep going further. I've noticed some patterns in my blood sugar. Sometimes when they get a little bit too low, for example, 70, 75, and I'll drink the juice. This was on day 7. I drank the juice and it went up to about 123, something like that, which is still in the world of Western medicine still normal. 120 is still normal, but it was a little high for me, being that I'm trying to stay under 110. And I was nervous, and I talked to my husband about it, and then I tested myself about 15 minutes later, and it was in the 80s. And I was upset, and he kind of calmed me down, and he said, well, okay, it shot up, just like basically whenever you eat anything, your sugar shoots up regardless of what it is, because you're intaking food and calories and energy. But being that it went down after 15 minutes to in the 80s to normal, doesn't that mean that your cells are eating up the sugar? And I thought, oh my gosh, yeah, it does. Because insulin resistance is when your sugar is high and it stays high for a while because your cells are not receptive, and then it gets stored as fat. So that was day 7 of this green juice fast. I'm really hopeful, and I have seen big changes. Again, it's been really easy, and I guess the biggest thing that I learned was that despite wanting to control everything with my mind and test my blood sugar and eat this and not eat that and really micromanage nutrition because we're all afraid of becoming something. I was afraid of insulin resistance leading to metabolic syndrome, leading to, diabetes. I learned that you just have to have faith that if you get rid of something, if you just get rid of things that aren't serving you right now, and fasting and maybe doing with less, your body really can heal. And you hear stories of this all the time from different people. They've all, people have healed a lot of conditions through food and nutrition, but honestly, if it doesn't happen to you, sometimes we're just disbelievers. And I know it's happened to a lot of people. I've seen it happen. I've helped people do it on their own. It's just I was sort of a worst case scenario, and it proved to be pretty amazing. So do I have faith in the human body? Absolutely. Am I going to do this again? Yes, maybe seasonally I could do 5 to 10 days. But already, my life has changed, and I wanted to share that with you. And I'm grateful, and I'm happy, and things are going really well. And thank you for listening. So if you want to sort of hear more updates about how this is going, please subscribe. There'll be a video on day 30, a mini celebration, perhaps my first meal. I don't know if I should post that, which will probably be like strawberries or half an apple or something. But thank you so much for listening. And I guess that's my message for you today, is just believe and have faith in your body. Your body is actually smarter than all of our beliefs and all of our thoughts about it. Your body actually has a handle on how to do things if you just kind of stay out of your way. Stay out of its way is really the right thing to say. So blessings, love and light to all of you, and we'll see you next time.